You know what, I'm gonna be honest, I'd never thought I'd really talk about this guy again, especially not after what happened the first time that we covered him. Anyone who clicked on this video should know who the Liver King is by now, but if you don't, Liver King is an internet personality that you would see back around Instagram mainly. I want to say 1 or 2 years ago. He was one of those guys that was more on the fitness side of the internet, and to be real with you, I mean, he's one of the ones that really broke through and transcended his own niche, kind of just becoming a major meme along the way. What I'd say that he's known for, what a lot of people would recognize him from, is him eating a bunch of animal parts that you and I usually don't eat, like the eyes or the balls of an animal. However, the first time that we did cover him was back, I think, around 2023. In that video, we went over him being exposed for using PEDs, performance enhancing drugs, when previously claiming to be natty, that is natural. The whole deal with that in the bodybuilding industry, or even in online fitness spaces, when you claim that you're a natural bodybuilder or that you're natty, people are going to hold you to it. There's a lot of fitness content creators out there that do natty or nots, like more plates, more dates, to really determine as to whether or not somebody is lying or is telling the truth about their natural status. It's a pretty big thing because once somebody does get traction in that community for being natural and they have like this godlike physique, they're going to start selling you a course and then stealing money from you. They're probably going to start charging you for a course and start telling you a bunch of information that is half true because they're not revealing the full truth of everything, which is that they're not natty. However, this new situation that the Liver King has found himself in, it's honestly just so random. I never even thought that I was going to cover something like this, and until a couple of minutes ago, I didn't even think that I was going to make this video. Apparently, the Liver King has been arrested for terrorist charges for trying to attack Joe Rogan. Apparently, for the past couple of hours, this guy has been making and posting videos, rambling incoherently, walking on all fours, which, I mean, 2 out of those 3 things is what he normally does, so I guess it's not too out of the ordinary, but he's been talking about fighting Joe Rogan and all this other stuff. I just want you to take a look at these 2 videos, and you tell me if this guy seems like he's on drugs or not.
Okay, real quick, P.S. What I'm hoping is that you, Joe Rogan, are thinking, I'm going to choke that motherfucker out, lights out, I'm going to choke him out. And I kind of hope that if you win, that's how it happens, because like to wake up from that dream, that's a good feeling. And then anything else that you could break on me, break it on me. I hope that you won't feel me tap. That's never happening, tapping, because I have something actually to fight for. Actually, that's my family. I have a principle to fight for. That's what I'm, and oh, well, what if he actually does what he's saying? What if that would be interesting? That would be interesting. What do you have to fight for? You're fighting. I hope you're mad. You should choke me out. You know how to do that. You're trained. You're trained. You got a black belt. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. I hope you choke me out. And if you don't choke me out, these other limbs will be interesting. Should be very interesting. That's the PS. I already thought about my game plan. I don't have a plan. I'm not going to train. But I hope you've been training. And I'm ready whenever you're ready. If it's tomorrow, that will be great. Let's do it as soon as possible. If it's not tomorrow, then just whenever you're ready. So I'm forward anything and everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to a fight. Honorable. And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. And I'll die for them, you know that. And you're a black belt, but you've never come across something like this, willing to die, hoping that you'll choke me out. I pray to God, because that's a dream come true. It feels good. And then the limbs, I'm fighting for my family. So limb. Go ahead. But then you have to contend with something else. And I weigh 177 pounds, an actual savage. And so at first you're like, fuck that guy. And right? When you all of a sudden he did get your attention, which I already did before this, you're saying, I'm going to choke that motherfucker, that piece of fucking shit, I'm going to choke him out. That's what warriors do. You and Andrew Tate are good warriors. But you're actually better than that real tension we have. Comedy that you do is good and true. We have real tension. But what I see in you is comedy is good and true. Touch points. Well, people laugh. If we don't make fun of them at their expense, they laugh. You should all make fun of me. You should all make fun of me at my expense. Trust me, that it still works. And then you should get paid for it. And let's go. Let's go. Because we're leaving. We're going to Austin. What was my very last point?
That we're going to kick Joe Rogan's ass?
The real G said it. It's my speech, Justin.
Joe Rogan talked with cops after Liver King challenged him to a fight via social media, and Joe told police the fitness influencer appeared to be significantly unstable. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, cops in Austin, Texas say that the former Fear Factor host told them he interpreted Liver King's string of social media rants as threatening, which is why the cops were called and eventually led to Liver King being arrested on a charge of making a terroristic threat. Police say that Joe told them he'd never even had contact with Liver King, real name Brian Johnson, and was unaware he'd been targeted by him. Cops also went on to say that Rogan told them Liver King has had a significant drug issue. Yeah, there's absolutely no way that before those videos I just showed you, Brian didn't snort up a line of coke. I mean, the situation is so bad that Alex Jones, of all people, is telling Liver King to seek Jesus.
All right, I've got a breaking exclusive for you that I got from our sources. The Austin Police Department, as we speak, is on their way to a hotel in downtown Austin to arrest the Liver King because he's been making a lot of bizarre, cryptic threats to Joe Rogan, and that he's going to come to town and fight him, and now he's there and has posted videos that are very, very direct threats. And so I am told that he's going to be arrested for terroristic threats. And that just shows how crazy society's going. In the videos, he looks extremely deranged with dilated pupils, and so we hope the Liver King gets better. But this is what is happening in America and around the world. We need God, folks. We need God. We need to get back to God. So we hope everything goes okay, and we hope that I'm told it's happening right now, so that's why we're waiting until we get the word it's already happened.
Look, I know Liver King has a wife and kids. I believe he has 2 sons. And you know, there's just like some things that kids shouldn't see their parents doing. And I can't lie, knuckle dragging in your driveway while being high on drugs, rambling about fighting some guy who lives miles away from you is something I'm gonna go ahead and say that no kid should be seeing their dad doing. Whenever like famous parents get in trouble or start acting out and doing all sorts of crazy stuff, I think it's important to look at the bigger picture, more specifically their kids or their families, because I guarantee you, whatever happens to this guy, they're going to be the victims. Like, I remember saying the same thing back when we were talking about Lana Rhoades and Riley Reid, which seems so long ago now. But when they announced that they had kids, man, I remember when everybody lost their minds. Now, of course, both situations are pretty serious, especially for the kids in question. But more importantly, these are both examples of you having to think before you act. Think about what the consequences of your actions will be and how that affect your family as well as yourself, because honestly it seems like after Liver King got exposed for not being natty, he didn't take the fall off too well, and now we're here. But yeah, anyways guys, that's just my opinions on the situation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. If you want more content similar to this, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one. Sub up, stay safe, and peace.